Hello guys, Michaela here, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are building a house that is going to be part of a save file, which is for the Back to the Future collab, which is hosted by Sims Plumbob92 or Sims_Plumbob92 on Instagram, and definitely check them out. They have a really nice page. They're a builder and they have a really cool stuff on their Instagram, so definitely check them out and check out all the other creators. I will try and link them in the description box below, or link something of a sort that kind of connects to the save file, so you can get the save file if you want to. So the save file is about futuristic builds, so it's about creating builds that are modern, that have like a futuristic look. So there are all kinds of types of houses. There's some houses, there are some community lots, so it's going to be a very fun project and I can't wait to see the whole thing together, because I'm recording this a little bit ahead of time, so I haven't still seen all of the builds, but I am sure they're going to be amazing because we have some incredible simmers taking part, so I'm really sure it's going to be amazing. Before I move on any further, it's built on a 30 by 20 in Oasis Springs. It comes in at 65,769 simoleons and it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. So I didn't really know what to do because I was a little bit lost and I could not find an inspiration that I would be inspired by. So I was a little lost, as I said. I didn't know what to do, but I stumbled upon a build that a friend of mine that used to be in the Sims community, Simmer Michael, did a couple of months ago, a year maybe ago, and I was really inspired by that picture. So it's not a complete like copy of it, but I took some elements of that house into this one as well. So I decided to create like a modern, very like fancy house on a cliff or on like a rock, which I thought was just a great idea, and with the surroundings of the lot in Oasis Springs I felt like it was perfect. Obviously this one is the one of the grass lots, but I put a sand underneath and kind of blended it in with the grass, and I think it looks phenomenal. So yeah, I struggled a little bit with the way the house should look, and honestly I was ready to bulldoze it after I did like the first part, like a day before I finished the whole thing. I was like, oh yeah, do I like it? Probably not, but I didn't want to give up because I really liked the structure, but I just needed to figure out how to make the colors work, because initially I went with just this like gray and I think like orangey brick, and I did not like the way it looked. So I came back, I just decided to take a break, and I came back to it the next day, and that's when I kind of changed the roof a little bit, and I also changed the wallpaper on the outside, and I love the way that turned out. That one looks much better, and I'm very glad that I did not bulldoze the build, because it turned out quite nice. It's something a little bit different than what I normally build. I like building modern builds, but this is like a very like modern structure. So yeah, but I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun trying to kind of achieve that like futuristic look to the house. Yeah. There are not a lot of windows because I wanted to keep these like bump outs without windows, I think, but I also added some of the skylights from Island Living that we have to let in a lot more light into the space, which I thought would look really cool, especially in the screenshots, because yeah, I've been obsessed with taking pretty screenshots lately, and yeah, I just love adding pieces like this where you can like when you have the like light shine through to the inside, because I feel like it just looks so amazing in the screenshots. I also added some solar panels, that's how they're called, and I made these like bump outs a little bit bigger, which I thought would look a little bit better, as I said. Yeah, I initially wanted to do this like teal-ish blue color, but I think I ended up with like a darker shade of like gray than this like front part of the house. I think, I'm not sure, I built it a couple of days ago and I honestly forgot. I also made the front of the house a little bit bigger later on as well when I was doing the interior, because I just couldn't fit everything that I wanted to inside such a small space. So we're just adding some like details here and there, and I think we are going to move on to like making the floor plan and the interior. Yeah, so like at the back there is a bedroom, there is a bathroom, and also there is a walk-in closet, which I am very happy about how that turned out. It might be one of my favorite parts of the house. And like the middle area is the living room, and like the big area at the front where the like patio is going to be the kitchen and dining space, which I really enjoy. It wasn't a nice like floor plan. It was kind of tricky to think about how to like lay out the whole thing, but I think it turned out pretty cool, and I really like the end result. So just a disclaimer, I'm sorry if you can hear any noise from the outside, because it's very nice outside and I have my balcony door open, and it was just a car passing by, so I'm not sure if you heard that or not, so I'm sorry if you did. But I can't do much about it. I don't want to close the window because it's really nice and I want to like have it open, so yeah. We are not moving on. We are working already on the bathroom, which is very simple. I kept the color scheme like very black and white and like beige slash light wood color, which I thought looked like very minimalistic, if you will. I did not keep like the clutter to a minimum, but I did try to tone it down, and I did try I did try to make the colors very neutral, so it would like look like correspond with the like futuristic look. And now we're working on the walk-in closet, which I absolutely adore. At first I wanted to use an archway to go into it, but then I like deleted one of the three walls, and I put the windows, like one tile windows, so it would be like open to the rest of the space, so it's just like covered. And I also used this mirror from Vintage Glamour, and I used a tool mod to make it like lean against the wall, which I thought was like a really cool thing. Also, I covered pretty much like the like left and right closet, but I think the middle one should be functional, so you should be able to use it for your Sims to be able to like change their clothes if you decide to download this build. I also used this bed from Seasons, I believe, and I used a couch from Snowy Escape as the headboard, and I absolutely love the way it looks. I have to use that more often because it looks really amazing with this bed in particular, because you have the pillows and it fits like really nice. It feels like it belongs together, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm very happy about that idea. I think I already did it before, some long time ago, but I only really realized that I could do it now again, so I did it and I love it. I also used these lights from Tiny Living as like a hanging lights for the bedside tables, which I thought was just amazing, and I didn't want to put like walls onto the tables because I felt like this looked more like fancy. So that's why I decided to just add some decorations to the tables, like magazines and some like creams for like your night routine, maybe. I don't know, I don't use any of those stuff, but maybe. I don't know what people do. I also added a desk here. I added one with Vintage Glamour. I actually used quite a bit of stuff from Vintage Glamour here, which I rarely ever use because it's not really the style that I go for. But I liked the way it looked here with like the more fancy futuristic look that I was going for. So there is a desk, a computer, some decorations, a painting above it, and we are going to add some more decorations. I put a painting from Moschino here, I believe, and a plant into the corner, and then we are going to move on to the living room. I struggled a little bit with the placement of the TV and how I wanted to like have it done, but I later on used this bookcase from Moschino, and I used the console tables from Dine, which look like they have a marble on them underneath the TV, but I keep the TV this way now, but when I was taking screenshots I decided that the TV is just way too big, so I scaled it down a little bit with the tool mod while taking screenshots. So in screenshots and in on the gallery it's going to be slightly smaller than what it is here in the speed build. I used the couches from Get Famous, which I don't use very often, but I thought it looked like really nice. I didn't really know what couch to use with like this kind of build, but I think this one looks like really nice in this like white-ish swatch, and I think I'm gonna change some of the swatches here because I thought it looked like way too beigey, so I added more white, and I also added a picture with the wine. I think it's from Base Game, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I also added some decorations on the table here, some magazines, plants. Like as I said, I didn't really keep the clutter to a minimum, but I wanted to make it a little less cluttered, much more like sleek and clean. So there is just like I think a useful amount of clutter, like a reasonable amount of clutter. That's I think a term that I used in my last speed build that was a rental. So I said I used a reasonable amount of clutter, which yeah, I can go all out with clutter if I want to, so this is definitely not as cluttered as some of my other builds. I also added some like clutter underneath the TV here, but only like on the sides a little bit because I wanted to keep the surface like very clean and nice. So there's just like things on each end of the TV. And I also added these vases from the Jungle Adventure pack, which I thought was like a really nice touch. It looks very expensive, so I also added some like other decorations of this sort of type, so like vases and some like a vest. So yeah, I really like that. And because I didn't really know how to like space out the TV, and I wanted to use this particular table from Seasons, I believe, I decided to like hide it into the island here, and I really like the way that turned out. So I think I added the stove. No, I don't know. Yeah, the stove turns out to be here. So I thought it was like a cool idea so that the sim who's cooking can like interact with the people sitting at the table, which I thought was like a really, really nice touch. And we're going to just add again like a reasonable amount of clutter. I think reasonable amount of clutter is going to be my new favorite phrase that I'll use in my builds from now on. And we're just adding some clutter here and there. We're also going to add some decorations and some curtains to the windows here, and I'm also going to add some plants and some decorations to like the opposite wall because I didn't really know what else to put, so I put some like a basis, like a display table with a base and some plants, and also I think like a sculpture that I have never used before because these items are like very specific, but I thought it would look really nice in this type of like a fancy sort of house. And then I'm going to move on to the porch where there is a jacuzzi and some like seating, and that's about it because I wanted to keep it kind of clean, and because I put the jacuzzi there's not really much space for anything else out there, you know, so I had to keep it fairly open or like fairly simple. So there is a seating and the jacuzzi, and that's about it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's speed build. If you want to download this build, you can get it on my gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can get the tray files in the description box below on my Ko-fi page. There is a link to it. And yeah, if you enjoyed this build, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would really, really mean a lot to me, because there are still a lot of unsubscribed people watching my videos, and we're not that far away from 1,000, so that would be great. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for listening to me and watching this video if you got this far. And yeah, have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!